be back anymore. Let it go. Oh, I don't recall Nelson. Let it go. Turn your back. I didn't realize I was not alone doing my crafting, but I guess I'll show you my picture of my horsey, Nelson. I decided I'd draw a portrait of my horsey, Nelson. Now, if you look at the details, it kind of looks like he has the head of a dragon, some sharp teeth, but I thought I'd just add that little detail to show off how cool my horsey is. Now, today I thought we'd read, oh man, you're gonna laugh. It's my favorite story ever. It's called Walter the Farting Dog. And I don't know about you, but I sure think farts are funny. It's by William Kotzwinkle and Glenn Murray, and illustrated by Audrey Coleman. And you know what? I just need to see who it's illustrated by. It is illustrated by Frog Limited. I've never heard of that before, but thanks for writing this great book. I also know there's a Walter the Farting Dog on a cruise, and that one, he farts them to safety on a boat, but I will save that for next time, because I don't want to spoil it for you. Anyway, I'm going to bring you over to my chair over in our cozy corner, and then we'll get started. All right, now I got you nice and close. We're going to read Walter the Farting Dog. I hope y'all enjoy it. I know it's one of my favorites. Oh, goodness. Betty and Billy brought Walter home from the dog pound. Nobody wanted him, said Billy. But we love him, said Betty. He smells awful, said their mother. I think you better give him a bath. He does look like he'd smell pretty bad, that dog. The cat was kind of like, I hope he's not my roommate. Mother walked in and said, he still smells awful. And that's when they got the first clue. The telltale bubbles in the water. He's probably just a little nervous, said Mother hopefully. His stomach must be upset. But Walter's stomach, it wasn't upset. Walter's stomach was just fine. He felt perfectly normal. He just farted a lot. See, that's Walter in the bathtub, and he's going.
What are you doing? Sam!
Hickory, what's going on over there?
I don't mind training your horse, Sam, but Nelson just bit me on the hiney, and I had put him in a timeout.
Well, rightfully so, he should have a timeout, but let me ask you this, Hickory. I don't think that was my horsey Nelson that bit you.
He did. He done bit me. Right there, right on my two cheeks. Twice, one on the right cheek, and then another one right on the left cheek.
Now, I am just upset. I think that I'm going to have to also not give Nelson a story time tonight. I'm a little upset about that.
I did. I put him in the timeout corner, and I told him, you don't bite no one on no hiney, Nelson.
Well, dang tootin'. Now, Hickory, I'm in the middle of reading this story, so I'm gonna continue if that's all right. We're reading Walter the Farting Dog.
That's a good one,
isn't it right? yeah.
Boss, I just one more. Did you have you ever seen that new film? Hold on now a minute. It's about the girl with the magic snow hands. She's got a snowman. That's a pet.
Snowman, that's a pet. Frosty the Snowman. I seen that one.
Yeah, and then Frosty sings her famous song. Let it go, let it go. Here I stand in the light of day. The cold never bother me in a way.
Frosty has got them pipes, that's for sure. Oh, wait, are we sure we're talking about the right movie? Or are we talking about...
Frozen, the braided snowman. I think that's what her name is.
The braided snowman.
I
think we might be talking about Frozen, the Disney smash hit movie that just came out a couple years ago. Frozen 2, the sequel. Just as good. Is that what we're talking about there?
Oh, I think you're plumb right there, Sam.
Doggone it. Tootin', I thought I was right about that. Now, Frosty is also a good snowman movie, but anyway. Hey, Hickory, now, I've asked you twice. I'm trying to get this book read to these people.
Oh, the farting dog.
The farting dog. I know.
That's a good one.
And he's a farting dog. We're only on page 2, Hickory, so I need to get going.
Yeah, I'll get back. I gotta ice my bite marks on my hiney anyway.
You ice them cheeks.
I'll ice them cheeks.
And you make sure that gate's locked. Maybe just give him a carrot. He hasn't yet had his afternoon snack.
Well, no wonder he don't bite me on the hiney.
I'm sorry. I was in a rush. I'm sorry, Hickory. I was busy drawing a picture of him. I should have given him a carrot. Anyway, here we go. The next page. Now, Walter, he did it when he bathed. He did it when he played with Betty and Billy. He did it when he walked around the house. He did it in the dining room. He did it in the kitchen. He even did it in his sleep. Now, I know I've done it in my sleep, too. But you don't really know when you're sleeping. You probably smell something awful. That dog farts morning, noon, and night, said his father. He can't help it, Daddy, said Betty and Billy. They didn't mind Walter's farts. So what if he farts? Billy said to Betty when they were alone in the room with Walter. Betty agreed. Walter agreed, too. He sat there looking innocently around, farting. Take him to the vet, said his father. Oh, goodness. Maybe the vet will help Walter with his gas. Farting, said the vet, or rectal flatulence, as we say in medical profession, and prescribed a change in diet. So he's going to change what he eats, I think. I get the toots all the time. They gave Walter every kind of dog food. He farted. They tried him on cat food. They gave him hot dogs, hamburgers, and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. They gave him fried chicken. They gave him rabbit food. They made him a vegetarian. Oh, that poor Walter. He's just been eating all kinds of different foods. He probably is not feeling so good in his tummy. No matter what the dog eats, he turns it into farts, said the father. Oh, Walter. I do like his bandana right there. He kind of looks like a western dog. Walter got the blame for everybody else's farts, too. If Uncle Irv let one slip, he just went and stood near Walter. Oh, that's not nice. Then all he had to say was, Walter! And everyone would look at poor Walter. Well, now he's wearing a cool hat. That dog. He has to go back to the pound, said Father. No, Daddy, please, begged Betty and Billy. Don't send Walter away. He goes tomorrow, said Father. They pleaded. Walter farted. It was all over. That night, Betty and Billy cried in their beds, and Walter looked at them unhappily. Oh, Walter, said Betty, you gotta stop farting. Because Father's gonna send you back to the pound tomorrow, said Billy. Walter knew how serious the situation was. He'd never see Billy and Betty again. He resolved to hold his farts forever. When Betty and Billy fell asleep, he walked down to the kitchen to see if there was anything around to eat. I don't think that'd help his stomach. Ew. He managed to open the cupboard door with his nose and found the 25-pound bag of low-fart dog biscuits the vet had prescribed for him, which made him fart more. Even though he knew they made him fart more, he couldn't resist. He ate the entire bag? Very tasty, said Walter to himself. That cat's watching him eat those biscuits. Uh-oh. And then he went down and lay down on the sofa. A gigantic gas bubble began to build inside of him. "This is gonna be trouble," he said to himself nervously. He was afraid of what might happen if he let it go. He thought maybe the house would explode, so he kept it in. Oh, goodness. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was torture. But he had resolved never to fart again. His future depended on it. As he lay there with his tail wrapped tightly between his legs, he heard a noise at the window. Uh-oh. He watched it slowly open. A pair of burglars came through. They dropped silently into the kitchen. Oh no, I think that is a terrible thing happening right now. I hope that somebody protects them. They dropped silently into the kitchen. "Watch out for the dog," said one of the burglars. "He won't bite," said another. "He's a wimp." Walter might have bitten them, except he was so filled with gas he couldn't move. They tied a rag around his snout so he couldn't bark. "Okay," whispered the first burglar. "Let's clear this place out." They took everything they could get their hands on. Walter wanted to help and stop them, but he was having unbearable gas pains. He rolled on his back and waved his paw in the air. He gnashed his teeth. We've got it all," said the second burglar. "Let's go." Oh, I forgot to show you the picture. Those burglars. I like that guy's coveralls right there. He's wearing something similar to what I am. But don't worry, I am not a burglar. I'm a sheriff. That's when Walter let it fly. It was the worst fart of his life. It made a tremendous noise and shot him across the room. A hideous cloud filled the air. The burglars clutched their throats, unable to breathe. With tears in their eyes, they raced for the window. They tried to grab the bag with all the valuables in it, but their arms were too weak. "Let's get out of here!" Oh, goodness. That silly Walter. They jumped out the window and ran up the block, choking and gasping for air. Still blinded by Walter's attack, they stepped into the headlights of an approaching police car. Oh, goodness, they're about to get busted. "Hold it right there," said the policeman. Well, that Walter, he's a crime-fighting dog. I'd like to have him on my team. When Father and Mother came down in the morning, they found the window open, and they saw the bag with their valuables in it. And Walter was sitting beside it. He had a rag tied around his snout. You'd have to say he looked heroic, almost. "He saved the silverware," cried Mother. "He saved the VCR. A lot of you don't know what that is. You're way too young. A VCR was kind of like a DVD player, but it was like it was basically a movie player. "Good dog, Walter. You're our dog even if you do fart all the time." Oh, that's nice. And so, the family learned to live with Walter the hero dog. And that's the end of our tale. Oh, his fart saved the day. Nothing funnier than a fart. Oh, look at that. Walter's Wonder Park, 100% natural gas powered. That's the end of our story. Looks pretty cool. I'd say I'd like to go, well, maybe not go to that park. It probably smells awful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our story. And I hope that you have a fantastic day.
Sam.
Hickory, I luckily am finished the story. What could ever be so troublesome you have to interrupt my story yet again?
Sam, I just want to let you know that, you know those beans I left in the fridge?
Yeah, what about them beans?
I hope you didn't eat none of them beans.
Well, I had some for lunch. They were delicious.
Sam,
Why
those beans gone bad.
Like bad? How were they bad? They tasted delicious.
Yeah, well, you think that now, but you wait. I think you might get a bit rumbly in your tumbly.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think I'm doing just fine. I ate those beans, and I'm feeling great. I don't think I'm feeling too good. You know what? On second thought, I think I might need to go maybe to another art meeting. I think I might need to go to the art meeting, and I'll see y'all later. See you later, guys.